And good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Oh, just can't bend more my laptop. Okay. Today we will begin our live stream with the Raffle. I have this little beautiful dinghy, and I really like this one because this is just perfect kit for beginners. It's completely wooden with two different woods, so it's walnut and basswood. So it is already just beautiful with this combination of wood. I like it. So, and I'm actually thinking about taking the same kit for the next round of models for the lives, and I want to make like 3 levels. Very simple one like this dinghy, just to start to try your hand at ship modeling, just to understand how the wood is behaves under different, like when you are bending it, when you are gluing it. So what you should expect from bigger kits and models. And just really this one, while I was making unboxing video, I understood that this is just one perfect for the first model. Because usually small, tiny boats, this is actually not very small, it is in quite big scale, 1 to 12 I believe. So it is just comfortable for trying your hand, let's say. And let me share my screen so we can check how many participants we have, and so we can choose number, and I will choose again 3 numbers, 3 places if somebody can't pick it up or too expensive to send, because the last 2 or 3 times in a row my winner was from Canada and people just were refusing to pick it up because of the cost of shipping, or because it was too expensive to send the parcel. So it was just literally cheaper to buy it in the local store. So, wow, finally found my full screen. And let's check how many participants I have here. I'm trying also to see if I'm sharing screen because sometimes it is not working. Waiting for appearing on my phone. So let me sort it newest first. Oh, looks like it is almost working. I have 19 participants. Is it showing you my screen or not? I believe it's stuck on the OBS. You can't see my screen. Let me try one more time. Too bad. Because I don't know why it is doing. Sometimes it is not sharing it properly. So one more time this screen, and one more time I want to show you full screen. And if it will switch to my full screen with my number generator and the Raffle, or I just have to switch to my phone or video on my phone. So let me check it one more time. Oh, it's not sharing it. Good. Not good. Not good. So let me try to connect my phone now. Because it's not very fair if I can't show you this. So let me check. Where is the button that I want to use it? As a webcam, please. Okay, and now I need to switch to my phone. Come on, come on, come on. And my assistant came, of course. And how about on my phone? Okay, of course, nothing is working properly. One more time. If I will switch, I need Android webcam actually here. Finally, yay! So let me open one more time Raffle, but I believe I have to turn my phone like this. And number generator. And I can show you my assistant. He is patiently waiting for his treats. It was yes, treats. So I checked, we have 19 participants. So let me choose 3 numbers. I will put it here because it's a little inconvenient to hold phone and choose numbers. So the first place will be number 19. So I just opened the proper participant, number 19, and let me open this. Nigel Douglas. Forgive me if I'm reading incorrectly your name, but you are on the first place and you have the right to claim the prize first in line. So I will choose another 2 numbers. On the second place will be number 2. And number 2 is... Oh, come on, I want to open this in the new screen. Robert Morrison, you are on the second place. And let's check who will be on the third place. And on the third place is number 11. And number 11, who is number 11 in this group? Number 10. Number 11. Steven Blackmore. So you are on the third place. And now let me switch back to my proper screen. Oh, not full screen Mac. So I'm sorry for these technical problems. I don't know why sometimes it is not working, but let me close the workshop first because my assistant opened the door, and without dehumidifier working I will get high humidity here very quick. Now it is better. So I will make a post after the live stream with all 3 numbers and names of 3 participants who... Oh, good job. So with 3 winners and with information how to claim the prize. Usually I'm writing it under each my video. You can find link to my website where you can find feedback or contact me form, and just fill it with title Raffle so I can find your message faster. So with this, let's move back to our gunboat, and we have almost 500 nails, which I'm planning to fill and finish today. But before I will start filling it, we need to sand, polish, because basswood is very curly, hairy, I don't know, lint, like on some yarn has such lint, so it is something similar on the basswood. So before filling the holes with the putty, I will polish it, and I will use this putty. Let me switch to the bigger screen. Oh, finally. So I will use this putty. This is Minwax Ebony, color Ebony, but you can use whichever is convenient for you. I prefer oil-based, just know from which specific wooden or putty for wood. It's usually with such big grains, I couldn't find anything with smoother texture, so I switched to this oil-based, and I'm quite happy with it. Okay, my favorite tool also, and first I will sand. This is 240 or something like that sandpaper. So first I just will sand everything, because after drilling holes you're getting also that sort of hair. So I need to sand everything, polish before applying putty. It will be easier to remove extra, which I can't feel completely on the hole, so it will be all dirty and I have to remove it. So better to polish it before. Oh, good job. My camera decided to make this or its favorite trick from the very beginning. And then with Scotch Brite I will polish it to the perfect surface. Some traces from the pencil, some marks, so everything can be removed with such slight sanding. And assistance for how he got this boat. He can't actually reach the table, but somehow I'm constantly finding his fur all over the place. It's very light, easy to fly. So that's why you can see my model in the plastic bags. Before I will make a display case, I'm usually keeping my models in the plastic bags so they will stay clean, and I'm opening them only when I have guests to show them, and that's it. So in a moment I will find another week. I will build a display case for my Karak. That model is sitting without display case almost from end of 2020, I believe, or beginning of 2021. So quite long already. Okay, Scotch Brite now. Maybe I can clean it a little. And polish it with a Scotch Brite. Better, or preferably without hitting the microphone with my model. Yeah, now it's smooth. I like it. And same for the second side. Now Scotch Brite. Yeah, definitely after the Scotch Brite it's such smooth. Even after sandpaper it is not the same. Unfortunately, I don't know German. I can just check later after the live stream with the Google Translate. What are you talking about? I hope there is no question, so mustn't important, so I can answer now. A little more sand and then we'll start filling these holes. Okay, I think I'm ready. Let me check the field of depth of my camera so you can see clearly what I'm doing. Just a small sip of coffee because it was dusty. Depends what ship are you rigging, and the best to buy will be David Steele, because this is the real shipwright. All these books which written by modelers, sometimes they are based just on some specific models, and not always models were rigged exactly how the real ships were rigged, so they can I can't say that this is errors. This is documentation of the model, how the model was built. But if you want to rig your ship as a real ship, you have to check. Let me show you a few books. I can see one that I can see David Steele here. And I will show you an example what I'm talking about. So for example, this is a Young Sea Officer Sheet Anchor by Darcy Lever. One of the books which must have for rigging. This is how real ships were rigged. And also David Steele's book are invaluable very for the rigging. For example, James Lee, fantastic book, very well illustrated, but it is based on models. So he is actually saying you and showing you how the models were rigged. But sometimes you can see something what is not the same as in Darcy Lever's book, for example, or not how David Steele describes how it was done on the real ships. So in such moments I will skip everything what James Lee says, and I will do it exactly how the David Steele described how it was done. Because in this book really such very huge quantity of illustrations, very detailed. Like this is what I have published recently on my channel, on the wall of my channel, how the cable laid and hawser laid or shroud laid shrouds were turned around the dead eye, clockwise and in reverse. And why? Because of the direction of twisting the rope, they were always turned in the same direction on the left side, on the right side of the ship. That's why end of the shrouds you can see on the starboard side forward, and on the larboard side they will be aft from the shroud. So this is really something what I quite often see on the models. And cable-laid shrouds were used for all warships, and shroud-laid shrouds, you can see them on small merchant ships mostly. And the difference between shroud-laid and hawser-laid, only the quantity of strands. Hawser-laid with 3 strands and shroud-laid with 4. It makes smaller diameter of each strand, which makes the rope in the end more rounded, smoother, let's say. This is the only difference. On the model you can't even see if it was 3 or 4 strands, so just can use a right twisted rope for the shroud-laid shrouds. So nails. Let me switch back to not this screen. Where is my big Canon? Yes. And let's do this. Before the live stream I mixed it well because it was sitting on the shelf quite a while and I got some oil on top, so I was mixing it before the live stream. And as I said, this is oil based one and I like it. It is with very smooth texture, very easy to fill small holes, because with bigger grains of filler it's impossible to fill such small holes. Okay. Paper towels to clean my tool, and I want to remove all this extra immediately so the oil will not soak into the wood. This is very universal tool. I can fill the holes with it and I can scrape the extra putty. And this is just was once upon a time file which I broke at one point and decided just to sharpen it and to use it as a very universal tool. I have a few longer ones, but I like this one because it is very short and I can get access to very tiny spaces. Okay, let me sit down or I will not survive entire live stream like this. My back will kill me. Where is my brush? Right. It was a moment to go here. Brush. Maybe a little more straight in here. And if I scratch something somewhere, Scotch Brite will remove all these scratches. And same way for the rest of the nails or holes. so on and so on. Next row, or next frame in this case. And let's move further. The most tricky will be in the bow and in the stern. It's very narrow there. What's the drop? Maybe I need to sharpen it. It will be much better when it is sharp. Let me grab another paper towel. Yeah, you can use fishing line also as well, whichever it is more convenient for you. Just not everybody can insert, for example, yarn into the needle, so it is pretty much the same to insert fishing line into the hole. Just with the putty, this is the fastest and the easiest way. If it wasn't for the live streams, I probably would do it from the wire. I would cut each nail with rounded head and would install that, but that one very time-consuming technique. If you want to see it, it is on my French cutter Le Surf, nail in the hole or something like that. Just type in the search on my channel Le Surf, cutter Le Surf or French cutter Le Surf. and you will find it. I think that this is exactly the same diameter even. So, but it is very, very slow technique. A drop of glue, which I haven't cleaned before, so just found it. is about 1/3 of the side. Which side is this? It's the starboard side. So maybe I should finish it tomorrow, but we'll see how many holes I can make today. Maybe I need to make a picture of it. So let me take a picture of this. Oh, good job. It is with 10 seconds delay. This is for the title for the video for tomorrow, because I think I can't make both sides today. Too time consuming. Nails always are taking a lot of time, but when you're making them and then when you just look at your model after that, it will be like, wow, it was worth every hour. think I need to refill this one. Yeah, it is oil based. You just can add some oil. This one is, I bought it in 2020, so it is already 5 years. Yeah, it is all a little maybe dryish, but at the moment it is just perfect. Because before I was searching a spot where it is less oilish, because when it is just staying sitting on the shelf, oil is just somehow appears on the top. So I just before the live stream mixed it, and you can see some still, it's wet, the oil was on top of it. So yeah, if it dries you just have to add some oil and mix it well. actually, while I'm doing this very boring part of work, we can discuss. I'm still thinking how to take for the live streams big model, interesting, something like Fire American. Because I know that you want something more interesting, but this is really something impossible to build only on the live streams. Because such model can take more than 3000 hours if I will do it with sails, with all the tricked guns. Just will take years to build on 2 hours per episode. And I was thinking how to convert it into partially live, partially behind the scene. So maybe we just can try with that models which I have already, mostly of them holes. Some of them are not finished, some of them are ready for the fittings. And just to try how it is working on such big models. And just additional hours like during the week if you want. Just choose which model of mine from 5 I believe I have. Confederacy, Speedy, Pegasus, Osber, and Scratchless Surf. Which one would you like to see 2 hours how I'm working on them? Because usually in the videos which I'm publishing, it is the result of 60 up to 100 plus hours of work, and you can see it in 20 minutes. But behind the scene, it is a lot of time. So that's why such big models are not very realistic to build only on live streams. Because as I said, I'm not building them as it is in the simplified instructions. I prefer to improve them to make them more historically accurate. This means more time, and you have to spend, if just normal kit you can build for example 1000 hours. So with all improvements it is minimum triple time, sometimes even more. Because kits are simplified to the point where every child can build it. But simultaneously this is a very good basis which you can improve to add details to make it more historically accurate. Like with all the proper riggings, with proper seizings, not just granny knot. And just to move forward and to complete the model in a week instead of months, for example. Thimbles, hooks, just find that video in the playlist with this model, then you can see the list in the description under the video. For Fire American, as I said, if I want, and I'm usually building with sails, so it is about 3000 hours. Just imagine how many episodes it will be if it will be only on live streams. How many years it will take. I just prefer models with sails because this is the most spectacular part. It's very difficult to make sometimes, but I believe this is the most beautiful part of every model. Yeah, the model without sails has the right to live also exist, but just to my taste, I prefer sails. is actually the reason why I have chosen this Gunboat Philadelphia. Very small quantity of planking, literally 4 planks on each side, 1 mast. We have even a few guns to rig. We will practice how to cast. If you will make, for example, we have in the kit swivel gun, but if you, for example, need something and it is not available in the kit, you can make a master model out of wood, anything what is convenient for you to use, and how to create mold and how to cast them. I think I have put somewhere list, it should be in the description, materials and tools which you need for casting. Haven't bought them also still, they are in my list on the Amazon in the basket. Just trying to stretch this moment to spend later 100 for all these materials and tools, but haven't cast for ages since I came here, so it was very difficult also to find materials to translate with Google and find proper ones. For me this is like a new world here. I know what I need, I just can't find it because of the terminology which I can't understand and how it is in English to spell, so I can find the proper ones. It's getting narrower and narrower in the stern. more frames, and the most narrow part difficult to reach. Come on, just need a drop. Haven't filled properly a few holes. Need a tiny drop of filler. So what I'm seeing at the moment, during today's stream I just can finish the starboard, but larboard will go for tomorrow. So totally should be 3 episodes. One, we were drilling the holes, preparing for nails. Second episode for filling the nails on the starboard side, and third one will be about larboard side. So totally 6 hours for the ceiling, nailing the ceiling planks. Yeah, it is a little complicated in this narrow part. Let me try to put it some different way so you can see it. I will try to hug my model. And something like this. Okay, let's try if I can do this in this position. Ah! this nail and this nail. Very tricky spots. Especially if I want to show this. Let me move this video. It is in the way. Okay, I need to turn it in the end. It's too narrow and too inconvenient. Sorry for closing it, just really it's very uncomfortable spot. And the most tricky one will be this one. Just a drop. Need to put it down. It is crumbling and I can't get just a drop. Is it visible like this? Sort of. Now it's tricky to clean here. But not impossible. wipe it off. One hole. Need to fill one hole. Now, the bow part. And I can move this video here. Perfect. Huh. I'm bending the laptop with my microphone arm, so I need to move something so I will not hit microphone with the model, and I will have access to these nails. And this is something what I need to feel. Come on, just a drop. Need a drop of filler. Need to refill a few holes here. A little inconvenient in this way. Like this. Need to refill one hole. Or two. Four more frames and this is it. And I have 10 minutes. I think should be enough. But I definitely want to finish this side today. 2 more. And the last one on the stem, the trickiest possible spot. Maybe again something like this. Inconvenient to hold and work. Literally I'm working with one hand right now because I'm holding model with another. Really very inconvenient. Maybe something like this. I just need to turn camera. last touches. I can't move it. And I believe with this is it for today. And I'm just on time, perfect timing. It is noon. And let me show you this closer. So this is what we were doing all live stream long, and we have larboard side to do exactly the same. So let me move also microphone here. So I believe larboard side will be tomorrow's issue, and should be something similar like this. And if I will make all nails tomorrow, so I will use shellac. I'm thinking about the same yellow shellac which I have on the cockpit flooring, so it will be the same on the sides. But on the deck, maybe I will use oil or garnet. It's not very big difference in color between yellow and garnet shellac, but still slight shade. I think I damaged a little my whale on another side. So I believe this is it for today. If you have any questions, I'm still here and ready to answer them. If no, then just drop them in the regular comments and I will answer them after this live stream. And see you tomorrow. And thank you very much for coming today, supporting my channel, taking or participating in this little adventure with Gunboat. And the longer I'm building this model and more reading about it, the more I'm excited. And this was just perfect choice for the model, so interesting one, even with such short career. But she is an interesting boat. So thank you very much for coming, and see you tomorrow. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye.